Hello, hello, hello. How are we all? Welcome to Metta Musings and Mugs. We are back. Yay! So exciting to be back amongst you all. I know it's been a while. How are you? Please use the chat, the comments below to have a chat to us as well. And upon many requests, we are back with Metta Musings and Mugs. That used to be a weekly show where we mused around different topics, questions, and things that were really on your mind to talk about as well. And on occasion, we even had guests. So we are bringing this back to life, especially in the situation where we are in Australia and quite a number of places in Australia right now where we are in lockdown. And I felt it really important as well for us to connect back into everyone. So it is absolutely wonderful to be back and to see you all again as well. Hello, Layla. Welcome. So great to have you here. First of all, how are you? What's been going on in your life? It's very much challenging times. I realize that. But you know what? We can get through this, when we keep focusing on what is important to us and why we are doing what we're doing, then we can definitely pull through. And especially with the community around us, it's really important to stay connected, to tap into our community. And, that was really proven to me this week. I have been a little bit off the radar in the last probably 6 to 8 weeks due to a variety of things. And this week I've gone back into community, really connecting with people online, which is obviously the main tool that we have available right now. And, I had a few meetings this week and even this morning, and it was really highlighted to me this morning that, being connected and talking about some of the important things that are going on right now in terms of ourselves, our mindset, the stories that we have, the stories that we tell ourselves. But more so, it highlighted to me that it is really important to understand the things that are really making us tick and why we are here. And that's actually what I wanted to share with you today is why do we do what we do? Now, I don't know about you, but I've been following Simon Sinek for quite a number of years now. And he has really started to come into my awareness when he was talking about the why. And initially, I thought it was all about the why from a business perspective, but it goes way deeper than that. It is the why that we have for ourselves. Why are we here? Why are we doing what we're doing? Why do we question ourselves? Why are we, using certain tools? Why are we having certain friends in our lives? But not only that, it is our core element that really resonates with who we are as a being. It's more around why are we here on this earth? Why is it that we have chosen this lifetime to be here? What is the core purpose of what we are doing? And it's been a really interesting process to actually go through that again. Most of us probably know a little bit about why we do what we do. For example, when you look at your job or at your business or at your overall career, right? Why is it that you've chosen that? What is it in that really makes you feel like, yeah, this is absolutely the right thing to do for me? What is it that you get out of that as well? And these are some of the important things that I would love for you to start thinking about a little bit more. Not just thinking about, but perhaps also feeling into. When you have that core element, how does it make you feel? Does it make you feel happy and joyful? Does it make you feel like you're all of a sudden switching on your light, when you're actually talking about that? To get actually to understanding your why, it is a process. Not everybody knows or really understands what their why is. And it can be a tricky question because when you ask someone, well, why are you actually here? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why do you love your role so much? Why do you love your job so much? Some people are really struggled by that. They're really a little bit like, actually, yeah, no, I actually have not tuned into that much. I really don't know why that is, right? So it is a process to get to that point, and that takes time, and it actually takes a little bit of self-reflection, but also looking inwards. What is it within that actually creates the reason why you're doing things? And often that is coupled with an emotion that brings, right? So, for example, one of the elements around my why is because I would love for people to have a solid understanding of who they are at a core level, so that they can indeed love themselves, and see the beautiful light being that they are. And to me, that goes so deep that it makes me feel joyous by even thinking about having someone in front of me that actually is able to tune into that, right? It lights me up. It makes me feel, wow, that's just amazing. It's very joyous to think about that. And I get the chills all over when I sort of tap into that energy too. And there are a few more elements too why I do what I do. And to get to that point, one of the things that Simon Sinek is talking about is actually looking at your life, looking at your life from birth to where you are right now. And what are the events that have occurred in your life? And this morning in this meeting that I was in, this masterclass that I was in, the lady that was presenting was actually talking about your story. And that reminded me of me creating my why and going back over my timeline, because every single person has a story. And within that story, you may see patterns of your why. You may see things that you have done that really closely resemble your why, or it results into, that core purpose of why you're here. And looking over your timeline, it's really fascinating to see what you've actually done. And I feel that has a couple of different reasons to go through that process. The first one is to actually really establish what are the big events that have happened in my life. And sometimes they may be smaller events, right? That may not have seemed significant at the time, but now that you look back at it, it's like, oh my goodness, that actually had a big impact on me, right? So I went through my timeline every 5 years. What happened at age 5? What happened at age 10 and 15 and 20, etc., until now. And within that, you may see, okay, well, at 5 years, this happened, but maybe a year before, that actually happened. So I started noting down these sort of experiences, events, and it includes, growing up, school, travel, education, work, people I've met, things that I've felt, things that I've experienced. And when you look back at it, you can actually see, oh my goodness, I'm over here right now. But at that point, there was actually something that happened and triggered in me that got me to change my path, or that got me to change a relationship, or that got me to move into a different job, to now get me to where I am over here. And the thing that I've realized is not just acknowledging that all these events have happened. And you know what? These are happy events, but they could also be events that may not have been so nice, events that maybe had a real emotional impact on us. So what you see is on your timeline, you may have happy events that are above the line, and then you may have the not so happy events down the bottom of the line, right? But the beauty is that you acknowledge all of them, because no matter what impact it had, it always had some level of impact that makes you who you are right now. And that is getting you to a state where you can identify more around your why, more around your core purpose of why you're here, right? What is it that you are here meant to do? What is it that you are learning? What is it that you want to experience in this lifetime? Who do you want around you in this lifetime? And so when we go through that process, it highlighted to me that we are, oh, sorry, that was my mic. It highlighted the process as well that we are not celebrating enough. Yeah, I've actually got that here in front of me as well. Fun and celebration, and being kind to self. That is one of the things that I remind myself of every single day. Each thing that we have experienced, sometimes it could even be the negative event, we can still celebrate that, because that event has got you to a place where you are right now. And whether that's a place where you want to be, or a place that you are in where you're still working through certain things as well, that can get you to the place where you want to be, it's all okay, right? We are all okay. One of my favorite sayings, you're in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, and everything is okay. And when we have all these acknowledgement of the events around us, that's when we can see, wow, I've done that, I've been there. Oh my goodness, I worked through that. Or, now I've got that beautiful friend that came into my life at that point. Or I've done that amazing holiday, I've chased my career, or I started my business, or I've evolved as a person, right? It's actually acknowledging that and celebrating that at the same time. But going through that timeline and then identifying as well, I can see some patterns that really hook up to my why, my core purpose of being here in this lifetime. That's really amazing to actually see that come through, right? See that come through all the events and visualize that for yourself. So one of the things that I work with my clients on as well is really tapping into those experiences and identifying, what have we learned from it? But not only that, what can we celebrate from that? How did we grow as a person by going through those particular events as well? So it's really fascinating to go through that process. And I would love for you to actually share with me as well, what is that for you? What are some of these events for you that highlighted an impact in your life that perhaps made you change or shift gears, and got more of an understanding of why you are here? And sometimes people say, oh, but you shouldn't be asking why, because that doesn't really get to the core of things. And that has a place as well. People can get really stuck when you ask the question, oh, but why is that? Why did you say that? Why did you do that? And we can rephrase that question, but to identify why you are here, your core purpose, that is really important. Because everything that you then build comes from that place. Because that is your light, that is your fire, that motivates you, that really gets you inspired. And that can get you inspired to doing the smallest things or the bigger things that you want to do as well. Which is really fascinating to me, to watch people expand and grow into what they desire. That's really amazing to watch that whole process. So, yeah. And that brings me to why Metta Musings and mugs, that has a why as well. And for me, it's all about community. It's all about, sharing experiences, sharing ideas, also to help you, with certain situations that you're in, certain questions that you may have. So I would really love to invite you to share the questions that you have, because every week I would love to take one question and actually answer that properly as well. And also any topics that you might want to talk about, the things that you may want to share in the community that I can do on your behalf, or you can even share that yourself here together with me as my guest. So that is really amazing as well to be able to do that. So Metta Musings and mugs, the core purpose is to really connect with you, to inspire you, to help you through things, but also for you to have an opportunity to share your wisdom, It doesn't matter whether you have a business or not, or whether you have a career or whatever you're doing. Every single person in this community has an amazing story. Every single person has wisdom to share. And I would love for you to be able to do that. And that's also why we bring Metta Musings and mugs back to you. So it's not about me always being, that person to teach and to guide you. I feel that there is so much wisdom and knowledge in the community sitting there with each and every one of you that I would love to give you the limelight as well in that scenario. So feel free to ask the questions, to share the topics, and if you would love to be a guest here on the show as well, let me know. Pop it in the comments below, or if you're more comfortable, you can also send me a private message, of course. Hello, Adelphia. Lovely to see you. Lovely to have you here. It's really great, Adelphia, for you to be here. Guys, Adelphia is an amazing member of our community as well, and she is an author and a medium, and she has so much wisdom and experience. It is amazing to see her shine her light as well here in the community and elsewhere. So lovely to have you here. So if there are any questions, pop them in the comments below. If you don't have any now, please keep popping them in the comments. I will answer them as well. And once a week, I would love to share just one question that comes out and actually, talk about that at the episodes as well. So from a very sunny Sydney, it is winter, but we have, I think, about 20 degrees here. We are in lockdown, but you know what? That's the way it is. We still connect. We still, breathe. And we still have our beautiful lives, and albeit a little bit limited, but you know what? It's all okay. We are in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, and everything is okay. And if we keep reminding ourselves of that, nothing is impossible. I think it's Marie Forleo that said everything is figure outable. So no matter what life throws at us, we breathe through it, and we keep connecting to our why and connecting to the people around us, to our communities, and keep shining your light. I'll see you all next week. Stay connected with love and light, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.